Ladies and gentlemen, Papa Boris here, playing some more Into the Breach. Time to pack up our bags and move on to island number 2. So what do we got here? We got a Firefly and then the Blast. The Blast Scion, how is that with this squad? Well, I do have a push, a pull, another push, a flip. That might be okay. What's over here? Scorpion and Armor. Armor I really don't like. Now, Armor on this particular island is actually mitigated somewhat because enemies that are in acid lose the Armor ability. So it's the only psionic thing that you can actually, like, straight up just lose due to an environmental effect. I'll take my chances, though, with the Blast than with the Armor. I want to deal with the Armor when I can do more damage. All right, we obviously want to do this mission. What do we got here? Block spawning, pretty easy. Freezing the robots, always a tricky one. I think this one really just comes down to the first round. If you can survive the first round, it's usually not too scary. I do have non-damaging pull and push, so I'm going to go for the robots. I'm going to try to get the star rather than giving up and getting battery power. Okay. Well, I think I want to stop the robots from getting up in here. So we'll centralize this. And what is your movement? 3. Okay, so this guy, I'm going to try to be a little more... this spot, there's buildings in the way. But if I need to get in here... Yeah, let's just... My gut's telling me to go there. We'll see if my gut's right or not. Okay, now this is a stroke of good fortune. This is exactly the kind of good fortune stroke you're hoping to have in this matchup, which is that this first robot's actually wasting its attack and not targeting any actual things. I wish I could get to this spot with my flip mech if I could. Then I could flip the centipede and block a spawn. Then of course I would take damage and become acidified. So maybe it's for the best that doesn't happen. Although, what am I really doing? Hang on a second. Chen gets a free bonus movement. But what would I do? I would move here with the bonus movement. But I could just, instead of artillery shot, push this guy onto the spawn. But how? Well, I could stand here, shoot this square, push this thing in. It's 1 damage, and then 2 damage for the spawn. Unfortunately, I don't think I can block more than 1 spawn. I would like to. What if I pushed? What if I did a push with my push bot and pushed it onto the spawn? That would mean I would take 1 damage and become covered in acid. But let's just think about it. What if I did? I still couldn't get through. This robot's still blocking me. If only I were Henry and I could move through enemies. Okay, so I think we're just going to centralize this freeze bot and freeze the robot who's actually threatening something. And then you... Gosh, there's just nothing useful to do. I suppose we'll do the damaging line. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Can I get over here? Oh, but if I do this, if I push with a repair, I also push this robot into a building. Damn it. Okay. I feel like I'm missing some cool trick. But I don't know what it is. Well, I could stand here, push my guy here. And what's his movement? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an extra move. Okay, this seems weird because I'm wasting so many guys' attacks. But honestly, that's just kind of how it worked out, really. It just... I didn't have much that I needed to do because the enemies weren't targeting any buildings and there were only a couple of enemies after I froze one of them. Okay, so we got the Scion that adds the blasting. This may be a big deal or it may not be any deal at all. Kind of just depends. Okay, well, tricky spot here. I could shoot this square. It would kill with my artillery. It would kill the Scion because it would punch it into this guy and then it would kill this guy. The problem is it would also break the ice on this robot. Now I could do that because this robot's not doing anything. So I could then... Like, I could, for example, just freeze this guy this turn and then freeze this guy next turn. I mean, I could. But is that my only option? I don't think so. I think I could push this guy into the Scion. Oh, wait, well, If I push this guy into the Scion, then it dies, but the Scion doesn't die, and then this thing explodes and deals damage to the building. I could flip this guy over, but if I flipped it, it would explode, do a damage, and then I'd be on a spawn blocking point, and I would die. Unless I use Chen's ability to move, but it'd be nice to actually block a spawn. It's weird how I can't seem to find a good way to deal with this situation. What if I pulled this frozen robot up a square and then shot this place with artillery? Huh? How about that? Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I need to move this freezy robot out of the way. What? Why can't I? Oh, because is this water? Wait, no, we can do this. We can do this. I go here, and then you go here, and then I freeze you. Then we grab this guy up so that the artillery shot here. That shouldn't explode, right? It shouldn't explode. Okay, it didn't explode. Okay, we did it. All right, so now 2 enemies spawn, and these guys are a bit out of position, especially this dude. So I'm not necessarily out of the woods yet, but I'm feeling relatively good about things. Okay, this firefly is actually wasting its attack. I could always use the freeze bot to freeze an enemy if I really want to. Wait, is this water? I could just pull this guy into the water. Yeah, why don't we do this? Like so. This doesn't take any damage, but it pushes the crab onto the spawn, blocking the spawn. You go here and pull Firefly into the water. I really wish this Freezy bot... What is this movement for? Hang on, can't I do this? Can you get over here? Oh, you can't go through water, can you? That's your problem. Oops, I need to undo that movement. Let's just repair then. And yeah, there's no point. It doesn't this thing will shoot, but it won't do any damage because I'm fortified. But I don't think this square is actually better to block than this one. Unless I'm missing something. Then you, I guess if you could just get over to me, but you really can't cross this water, can you? Okay. Well, can I, what if I shoot? Ah, it just freezes something that's already frozen. Okay, well in that case, I guess I'll just freeze a building, because I might as well use it. Okay, this is looking pretty good. So only one enemy spawns, which means we have just one enemy to deal with next turn. That's very lovely. Did you level up yet? One mech move. Wonderful. Okay, so the main thing I was hoping for is no grid defense. Okay, who do I want to level up? I think I still just want to keep leveling up Harold, because I might be wrong about that. Harold does have the most experience, but Harold in theory should still have the hardest time getting experience. So let's flip the crab for 1 damage, and then we'll do a push to kill it and give 2 experience to my boy Harold, and then you don't have anything to do, so that's that. Oh, I could have frozen my mech to prevent the damage from the push, in case the mech, the judo mech, had been at just 1 hit point. Okay, well, we got there. Mech move, yep, sweet. Now, should I go for this right away? Well, I'm gonna have to do some of these star lightning bolt missions. So I might as well try this one. This should be a pretty easy one. Unless I'm really off my game, I should not have that hard of a time blocking back from spawning. And then maybe I'll get a time pot on this mission too. Okay, so this spider, 1, 2, 3. I want to put a guy here so the spider can't jump to this square. I cannot stop the spider from jumping to this square, but that's fine. I'm okay with that square. So the spider's almost certainly going to jump to this square, which is something I can plan around. Do I need to like put one of my guys over here? Let's put the artillery over here and have the artillery shoot down this way. I don't want the artillery to be harassed, but my pusher should be, of course, close to the front lines. Main thing I have to be afraid of is having my moves limited by this blast scion. Okay, unfortunately, no time pod. And unfortunately, I may have misplaced my guy here, because if I'd put him in this column, this thing could have shot at it and then wasted the attack. But now if I move my pusher out of the way, this building gets hit. So I have to do something about this guy. Well, I think this actually works out okay. So what I can do, and this might not be the best move, but it's the move I'm going to make. I'm just going to go here. No. I am going to first shoot here. Then I'm going to go here. And then the spider's explosion is actually to my benefit because it kills off this guy. And then I can get to here and block all the spawns. Let's move 1 square forward. Sure, why not? So I think I should be okay here, because I'm obviously going to get this objective of blocking the spawning Vec, and there are going to now be gazillions of spawns, but I can always block 3 of them now, and that means just 2 enemies spawn, and as long as I can deal with them, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Okay, we got a spider. That can be a little bit annoying. Yep, the spider goes for the team. Luckily, it's not an alpha, so it'll just die. The main question is always, can I kill everything without having to move my guys? And the answer is no, because this thing only deals 1 damage still. But at least I can just push the Firefly like that, so the Firefly is wasting its shot, and I can kill this spider. I'll go down to 1 health for the trouble. Oh, I can't repair. I can't repair because if I repair with this guy... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me do my bonus move. What? Oh, that's not my bonus move. You're the bonus move person. Damn it. Okay. Well, shoot. Oh my god, I totally forgot I have an invulnerable person who's immune to webbing. I should really be trying to bait the spiders a lot more. Sorry if you've been screaming that at the computer for like the last half an hour. Anyway, I can't repair because it'll deal damage to my guy unnecessarily. Although I could say, let's do the damage. It'll also damage the Firefly. This is the last time enemies are spawning. Okay, let's YOLO this thing. So this thing just needs 1 damage, and then 1 more enemy spawns. My guys are all very, very, very damaged, so I can't use health as a resource anymore, but apart from that. Okay, so this thing's just wasting its attack, and this thing's wasting its attack, so... you know, you waste an attack, you waste an attack, everybody wastes an attack, kind of a situation. Okay, let's think. Is there any way that I can deal 3 damage to this thing? Probably not. Actually, maybe? If I could target this square with my artillery. So something like this. And then... but I can't finish this thing off. Because I would need to do 2 damage to this one and push him into that one, but it's the other way around. And I can't get my gravity mech far enough over. You know, it doesn't matter that much. It's just fine. Okay, so my mech has no more damage left to spare on pushes. And Harold cannot do it himself. You have to be at least 2 squares away. Okay. So that's that. Wow, we blocked 8 spawns that time. That's not what that's in a mission without even any helpers. So, I think we did a pretty good job blocking them. Okay. Last no time pod, but it's time to do this one. Defend the robots. That's a tough one. So the one that spawns the robots that activate after a turn, and these guys are bad in this mission, it seems. Oh no! Wait a minute! No! This is not defend the robot labs. This is the no. These are good guys. These are good guys. They run away. They leave frozen mines behind that you can maybe push enemies into, which I might need to do because I got 2 alphas and I start with a blast scion, so it's a little bit scary. Okay, let's go ahead and bait the spider. Although there's no point. The spider can't even reach anything anyway, so there's no point baiting it. Like, oh, I can get it to land near my artillery mech, but that doesn't actually do anything. Okay, so let's just do this. And I mean, I think it's just too hard to predict what's going to happen here, so we just got to let it all be. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. I put my guy in range of the spider. I don't know how I failed to count to 4. So the spider who wasn't supposed to have any valid targets is now going to get to freeze my judo mech. What? Oh, he's going after the robot. Ah, okay. Well, that really could have been a whole hag of a lot worse, because this guy's wasting his attack, and this spider, yeah, I can take care of it pretty easily in a variety of fashions. Let's go, I mean, okay, I'm thinking I want to shoot this square with artillery to push the spider into the water and push this guy onto a spawn block. Then all that's left is to deal with this guy. Well, what I really like to do is kill the scion, but I can't kill the scion if I'm pushing artillery here. I could shoot this square with artillery. That would kill the scion, but they're just, and then I could actually just do a push. I could do just a push. I could just walk in here and just push these guys. Ah, okay. Let's centralize the artillery then. shoot here to kill the Scion. Then we go here and we just push. See, look how good Herald is. Man, Herald is just the freaking bomb. And I got some options. I can go here and just block a spawn and let my mission objective fail. That's an option, and then lose the power core. Yeah, or I could not do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and elect the not option. Bonk. Bonus move, not super relevant, unfortunately. Okay, well I don't want to jinx it, but I think I might be okay, just because while there are going to be a lot of spawns this turn, I got a lot of frozen mines to work with, and oh, that guy. I was going to pull this crab onto the frozen mine, but he had other plans, apparently. Well, I can easily drown this guy in a lake. I even have my choice of how to do it. Well, I don't think I can actually do it. No, I can do it. I can stand here and shoot this square. It drowns him in a lake. And then let's block this square. And let's block that square. Just keep on blocking those spawns. I've got a spider. Luckily the spider is not alpha, so it only has 1 hit point. Should be just about the easiest thing in the game to deal with. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just keep it simple. I can simply grab the spider there. I'm going to block the more central location. And this thing seems out of the way. Let's go here and block that one. Okay, so just 2 more enemies spawn. As long as I can deal with them, I should be fine. Another spider, okay. Alright, fireflies like to freeze themselves, apparently. Okay. Well, let's see. We can get some pretty good experience here. Let's go like this and repair to kill the spider and break that thing out of the ice. And with this thing out of the ice, oh, hang on a second. This square, shoot. Oh, I think I might have messed that up. No, let me reset the turn. I do want to get the 3 experience here for killing this. For some reason, I thought the square would break, but it's not breaking because it wasn't damaged. Okay. So if I shot the artillery here, for instance, it would damage the square and break it, turning it into ice. And then I could grav well. Okay, so I had the right idea, I just had the wrong order. So if I just stand here like this, it does not damage the square. It breaks the ice, creating water. Ice, if it needs to be damaged twice. If ice takes any amount of damage, it cracks. If it takes any amount of damage again, it turns into water. And then I can grab the firefly into the water for 3 experience from my boy Harold. He's almost there. Okay. Then that means, oh, I want to get frozen. We're done. Okay, all things considered, that wasn't too hard for a hard mission, so I'm pretty happy about it. We've got a core. I don't remember what the core situation here is. I do want to get this, and I could get rid of this move, but I'm still shy. I definitely want this, and I can give up a move since I got the bonus move. That might be what I go for, and then this I don't care about. Okay, let's do this now. I do like the health for the spawn blocking. I seem to be doing that a lot. What's this? Okay, the robot factories is the one that's pretty hard because the robots keep coming out. But you know what? I'm going to be ballsy. Let's go ahead and go for it. I've been doing pretty well in the missions. Let's take a challenge. So we do start with a Scion and an Alpha. Crab. Luckily it's just a crab. And these guys are the ones that shoot in a straight line and then it deals damage to 3 squares. The one it hits and then the 2 adjacent to it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put guys here and here because I want to try to bait this thing into shooting out like this instead of shooting the factory. Then I can just sidestep away and it wastes its attack. And then I'll put on this side, see if I can get some good pushes from this direction. Okay. Alright, that went exactly according to plan. And then we got a robot up here. It's hard to deal with this at the moment, unfortunately. Well, so I could shoot this square with artillery. It would push the crab there and do 1 damage to it. It'd push the Scion here, block a spawn, and the spawn would actually kill the Scion. And I could actually grav well this guy into the water, but that would actually damage the objective, so that's not good. Because the Scion would make this thing explode when it landed into the water. Unless I killed this Blast Scion. But you know what? Let's just keep it simple. I'm going to go here. Ah, this is risky. I could actually flip it over, but then I would take a damage and become acidified. I don't really take damage that often, so we're going to do this. Let's bring this thing closer to dying. Then... Oh, here's a cool trick. I wasn't even counting on this on purpose, but I can actually do this. Yeah. Oh, and it kills... I forgot that I forgot that I just upgraded the damage on this. Okay. Well, the good news then is I can just grab all this crap into the water. I could have blocked this spawn and left the crab alive, but I did want to kill that crab because it can target any square, and it was an alpha. Yeah, it might have been a mistake, but in this case it worked out because it got replaced with a non-alpha version. Okay, well, this thing, it's just, I have to get rid of it. So I either have to use my Judo mech or my artillery mech. Let's go for the Judo up here. And you... I'd love to stand here, but I can't. We'll do it like this. Kill the robot. And then you can just go here, put out this fire, and prepare yourself. So it's a little bit dicey. We're going to have 3 enemies, and my melee mech is a little bit out of the way. He does have a lot of movement, though, which is good. Okay, this crab's wasting its attack. The spider... Ah! Wasted its web. Nice. Way to go, Camilla. Got a new robot. And lots of spawns. Oh boy, keeping us busy here. Okay, so... It's nice that this crab's wasting its attack. If the crab were attacking this thing, it'd be a little bit of a hairier situation. But as it is, I can just focus on this guy and this guy. So I can target this square with artillery to put this thing onto there, and that would not help at all because it would still shoot the thing. Okay, cool. Well, I could go here, but then if I take a damage from the push when the artillery hits the square, I would die. Okay, what's the attack order? Ah, the spider goes before this guy, which maybe is okay. Okay, why don't I do this? Let's go here, block a spawn. You are doing what? What's the attack order? 1? Okay, let's try this. Oh, no. If I was this thing, I can actually get this thing to shoot this thing, and then the spider lives. No, let's just block a spawn. I can't repair, unfortunately, because that would push this guy into the building. Oh, sure I can. What am I talking about? I can shoot this first. Nice, building's immune, MVP. Okay, and then I can repair. And then you should just kill this robot. The Judo mech is being rather woefully underutilized here, but it's okay. Whatever works, man. So we're gonna have 3 enemies. This guy, the crab, and then... Oh, this, if that's not an alpha, it'll just die of the fire. That's actually kind of cool. When a square is on fire, if an enemy comes out of it, it catches fire. Alright, unfortunately, I'm still webbed, which sucks. But yeah, this spider is just going to die. I'm not going to overthink it. I can just kill all of them. So I'm not going to sweat it too much with the min-maxing of experience. What the... Oh my god, what did I just do? Is that thing not dead? What? Wait, what just happened? Hold on. I shoot and kill it. Spider dies. Why is it that when I repaired it, that thing got damaged? I'm actually really confused. But you know what? We'll just step to the side. And we're not going to question the greater mysteries of existence. And we're going to kill that thing. And we're done. I'm going to have to watch that back. Am I just going crazy? Did I just do the repair before I fired the artillery shot? Or what? Don't know, man. Okay, I think it's time for the final mission. Yep. Anything I need to do here? Nope, don't have any power cores. Let's go for the corporate HQ. We got our Firefly leader, which is a bit of a tricky boss. That dual direction thing, man, that can really screw you up, especially in a mission with a lot of, like, where every lane has a building. But this is nice, because there's only, like, 4 lanes that have them. So if you just if the Firefly shoots down this kind of a row, then all you have to do is nudge it to one of the other columns and you're fine. Okay, well, I do want to get rid of this Blast Scion, so I want to put it in my guys in a position where they're close to the Blast Scion. Yeah, I never know what to do with this stuff. I like putting them all like this so that the acid spewing guy might be tempted to shoot past them. Which looks like he is, yeah. Okay, so we've got a lot of options here. I could shoot this square with artillery. And that would kill the Scion, do 1 damage to the boss. I could shoot this square with artillery. That would do 2 damage to the boss. Okay, let's go for this plan. I'm gonna move this guy over here. And I'm going to actually shoot this so that the boss kills this guy. I messed up maybe a little bit, because now if I do a push with my Herald, I'll do a damage to my mech, and then the mech is going to take another damage when this guy explodes due to the Blast Scion. The advantage of doing this would be that I push the Blast Scion onto a spawn. No, I think I'd rather just block a spawn myself. What are you doing? Oh, this is the... Oh, wait, hold on. You got a bonus move. MVP bonus move. Oh, my Jesus. Gobsmacking shitbags. Oh! Okay. So that's nice. It blows up and deals some damage to the boss. That's... the Blast Scion can be one of the worst Scions to deal with, but it also is really the only Scion that can ever, under any circumstances, be advantageous. Okay. So... here. Got a variety of options. I'm tempting, of course, to shoot this square with an artillery, maybe after moving my allies out of the way, so that this guy is on a water square and takes damage, and the ice breaks and he drowns. But it might be better just to push him and have him block a spawn. I can just Gravwell the boss into this square and have it kill the Scion. But why? I could just push the Scion onto the spawn space, and the boss would then just not be doing any damage. And then I could shoot this square and kill the boss by pushing it against the mountain. So that seems fine. Let's go ahead and do that. Bonk. And... it sucks that I can't push this crab. Wait a minute, I can just kill this crab like this, because I can flip him onto another space, then the water breaks and he explodes. And I do take a damage for the trouble, but that's okay. I think that's fine. And then, yeah, it's worth doing 2 damage to my own ally in order to kill the boss. Okay, you have a bonus move. Unfortunately, it's not super helpful, but let's go there. So we just have 2 enemies to deal with and 1 more round of spawns. Okay. Well, let's just keep this simple. We'll go here, repair, push that guy into the water. We can just go here, block a spawn, go here, shoot artillery, take a damage, but block a spawn. And that's the last set of spawns. So after this, we have no more enemies, and there's nothing to do in the final turn. That's always one of my favorite things, is when there's just nothing going on in the final turn. You guys just spend a round repairing. If you're wondering, by the way, why I always repair in the last round, I just like to have that habit, because there are some missions, you've seen those, where the objective is to have less than 4 damage, and I think at least once in my life I just ended the turn, even though I could have repaired my mechs and succeeded at the mission, but then I failed at the mission because I had taken too much damage and didn't repair it. Okay, this thing, not a fan of it, so we'll just take the pilot. I'm not sure I'm going to actually use him, but, well, I might, but I'm just not sure, but it's 2 stars, it's just the best thing. Okay, I'd like to get a weapon, and this might be what I want. Yes, oh my, yes, abso-fargan-lutely. Oh man, that thing looks good. I don't think I've ever used this, but 4 damage, and you can get up to 5 damage with it. It is 4 power to get it fully upgraded, but oh my god, that's amazing. Okay, anything else out here? Buildings, yeah, nope. We've done this before, and then the teleporter is really good, actually. This thing is really fantastic, no question about it. But I think that because I'm Herald, I'm already so flexible with the pulling and the pushing. I don't think I need a teleporter. I'm not attached to this at all. Don't get me wrong, I'll happily sell it, but just not necessarily that into getting a teleporter. So what I'm gonna do here is what? Sell a pilot and get 3 reactor cores. Now if I sold this pilot and I sold this passive, I can get a 4th power core. I think I'm gonna just do that. Oh yeah, I should have really thought maybe I wanted him instead of Chen. Because being able to get past enemies is... yeah, I probably should have just done that. Whoops. It's probably better than the bonus movement because of the flexibility. That was silly, I just made a mistake there. But it's not the end of the world either. Okay, so... you need a weapon so you can actually use your power. And maybe I'll keep an eye out for that. Right now you're just going to go up to 7 health, which is a little bit ridiculous, but okay. You... don't have anything. You, however, have a brand new toy to play with. Oh man, I just don't even know what to do. I think I definitely want to power it up. I mean, I feel like this is good because it's one of the main weaknesses with the fist is that sometimes you just can't use it if the square behind you is not clear. But this, you can use it. You can just walk up to somebody and use it, and as long as none of the things that are being pushed end up being pushed into a building, or I guess a vulnerable ally, then you can just do it. It's unconditional. I don't think I need to get the +1 damage yet. I'm not sure if I want to spend 2 power cores on the +1 use. So tell you what, we're going to just get 2 damage on the Vice Fist. So now, oh man, I'm really excited to continue this run. Oh man, this is great because I've got 3 damage with my fist. I can do 4 damage with this other fist. Basically, we got 2 fists here, very, very thematic. And then you are all pretty much maxed out, and then you're just ready to get something. So, I was honestly kind of thinking this might be a 2-island run. I wanted to do a 2-island run with a squad I'm not as comfortable with, but this run is shaping up to be so good, we might just go the full 4. Because I kind of want to, you know, for fun, get weapons for my 2 mechs here and actually, you know, do some cool stuff with them. Or maybe not. Maybe the next mission will just go to the Volcanic Hive. Because, you know, as these mechs currently are, they're maxed out in their capacity pretty much, other than this one move here. And this guy is great. So maybe I will just finish it. I don't know. Thanks for watching, though. I'll see you soon. Take care.